Here on WMBS, Josh, what do you expect to see here right before tip-off?
I'm really hoping for the Connellsville Falcons to see a strong offensive showing from them tonight, regardless of how this one plays out. They have not scored 60 points in a basketball game since December the 6th.
Wow.
So I'm hopeful for them that they will at least take a step in the right direction. This could be a game where even if you don't win, you fine-tune yourself, you get yourself ready to jump back into section play following the holiday. For the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, this could be a statement win. You're going up against what is technically on paper a bigger school. They have more people to draw from, more young men to draw from, and for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, why not? Come out here to Connellsville, the Queen City of Fayette County, bag yourself a win before Christmas.
I know you love your history, Josh. How excited were you to see the Heisman Trophy when we walked in today from Johnny Lujak?
Yeah, that was really awesome. I mean, Connellsville has a tremendous history, both the city itself and this school. This high school has produced so many wonderful athletes, some of the very best that have ever come out of Fayette County, and to have a chance to walk past the Heisman. I'm thinking about the students who are here, Brian, having a chance to walk by that
every
day and see what's possible for you coming out of this community.
And we have Billy Dice behind the camera. His son, Manny, got an opportunity to see the Heisman for the first time tonight.
Even had his picture taken with it. That was awesome.
Bill Madden back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Brian Morozak and Josh Scully. Again, Billy Dice behind the camera. Should be a lot of fun tonight. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Connellsville Falcons. Brennan Varney in the center circle for the Mustangs to take the opening tip-off. Connellsville still huddled off to the right. Their head coach, Jalon Miller, in his fourth year. John Smith in his second year as the head coach of the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands entering play today, 2-6 overall, 0-3 in Section 1 5A play. Connellsville 2-5 overall, 0-3 in Section 2 and 6A play. It's going to be Xavier John, the 6-foot junior forward, jumping for Connellsville. Safe to say Varney has the height advantage here, Josh.
Yes, he does. He is the tallest man rostered by either team.
And no problem for Varney winning the opening tap over to Antoine Black. Back to Luke Martin between the circles. Near wing touch, Aiden. Back to Luke. Quick three up top. Off the front of the rim, no good. Battle for loose ball rebound. Varney finds it. Resets again to Aiden. Coming in the paint there to Martin. Back far corner. Antoine's going to take the three, and it's good. Antoine Black, his 8th made three of the season, as Laurel Highlands on top 3-0.
And that's exactly how you want to start if you're the Mustangs. Big made basket, great offensive rebound too.
And now Tyler Burkus will bring it across for Connellsville, just a sophomore, averaging just over 8 points a game. Fronted there by Luke Martin, has it on the far wing. Switches back there with Rocco Farrell. Farrell back high on the left now to Lucas Harwood, trying to pivot off of Antoine Black. Aiden comes over on a double team here, edge of the zone. And Harwood in a little bit of trouble, able to get out of it there to Xavier John, coming to baseline near side. He'll kick it in the far corner. Long two on the way. Rocco Farrell good for the Connellsville Falcons. So Farrell, the 6-foot sophomore, came in averaging 10 points a game as the Falcons back to within one at 3-2.
Great answer there for the Falcons. You needed it, especially when you were able to avoid the double team and the turnover near half court.
Little dump down from Antoine down to Varney, and Varney trying to reset there, got too deep, and they ruled him on that far baseline and out. So Connellsville will get the basketball back.
Great break for the Falcons. I know we're going to have a great officiating crew here tonight too. Anthony Armley, Jay Peoples, Shane Snyder, some of the best, so we should see a very well-called game.
Tyler Burkus bringing it back across here for Connellsville. Laurel Highlands a 3-2 lead, 6:45 left here in the opening quarter. Burkus trying to get around Martin with Vecchiola defending as Burkus resets here in the corner. Lost the dribble, needs help. Gets it here high on the left again from Rocco Farrell. Bounces it off to his right there to Gino Farrell. Switches back here again with Burkus. Burkus kicks it in the corner. That's a three on the way. Xavier John reins it in. So Xavier John, the 6-foot junior forward, Josh, came in averaging less than 2 points a game. Reigns in a three there, and now Connellsville on top 5-3.
I'm sure the Falcons will want more. If he's got it in the tank tonight, why not?
Antoine Black has it now, and then Farrell, check that, John with a little poke, deflecting out of bounds, will stay with Laurel Highlands here in the Connellsville zone.
What a great start by him. Good ball movement by the Falcons, too, on their last possession. We'll see if they can't keep a good thing rolling here. 5 unanswered points for Connellsville.
Luke Martin sends it in to Aiden Black. Holds here high on the right. Watched there by Tyler Burkus. Now off to his left between the circles. Aiden sends it out to his brother Antoine on the far wing. Antoine dumped down now to Vecchiola. Comes free and lays it up and in. Sevi Vecchiola.
Those are the ones you got to have. He's wide open. Connellsville overplays it. Up off the glass, good for 2.
First 2 for Sevi. This game knotted up at 5 here at the 5:52 mark of the first.
We'll see if Connellsville's able to answer here. They're still Plenty of time left here in this first quarter for either team to make a statement.
Farrell put it over to Harwood, was looking there for Burkus, got intercepted by Antoine Black, who races back. Check that out, was Aiden trying to throw it off there to Antoine, a miss out in front. Brennan Varney able to clean it up there for the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands back in the lead. First two for Varney. It's 7-5 Mustangs.
6-7 advantage really paying off for him there. We've seen him pull down a couple offensive rebounds already. Those second chances are huge.
Yeah, the size certainly hurting the Falcons, and I have to think it certainly hinders them as well in their 6A conference games this year against some tough competition in Section 2 and 6A.
And what's tough about that, Brian, is they don't have a tall body to pull off the bench. Their tallest man is 6'2". He's still 5 inches shorter than Varney is.
Nice little cut towards the basket there from Xavier John. Had it deflected out of bounds off of Laurel Highlands and out. Basketball remain with Connellsville here in the Laurel Highlands zone. Again, the Mustangs a 7-5 lead over the Falcons. 5:01 left here in the first. And right off the inbounds pass coming free for a quick two. Tyler Burkus, his first two of the game, knots this one up at 7.
Burkus good for 8 per game. He's already got 2 now. We'll see if the Falcons can continue to find new ways to score against this Mustang defense.
Aiden Black over to Luke Martin. He can get hot from the outside for Laurel Highlands. Near side Varney. He has a little range as well. Connellsville's bench wanted to travel there on Varney, didn't get it. It'll reset to Aiden Black here, high on the right. Watched there by Tyler Burkus. Game tied at 7, 4:31 left here in the first. Now Aiden switches back over with Luke Martin. Picked up there by Lucas Harwood defensively. Mustangs in no hurry on this possession, Josh.
No, they are not. They're taking their time, but that's okay for the Mustangs right now. You have the height advantage in your corner as we see Varney going to pull up from high post there. He's a little short, but take your time and work this Falcons defense.
Xavier John with a rebound there for Connellsville. Pulls back to Burkus. Set in the corner again to Lucas Harwood. Now Burkus again trying to work on Vecchiola. Up top again to John. He'll drive and get blocked there by Varney. Mustangs back on the basketball. Antoine Black quickly back into the forecourt here for Laurel Highlands.
What I liked about that, Brian, Varney does not even have to jump there. He just reaches out an arm, and the hand alone does the rest.
Black missed on a long two up top, and Connellsville, after a little fight for the loose ball rebound, Rocco Farrell out of the pack with it there for the Falcons.
We'll see if Connellsville can't settle down here. One thing I think, Brian, they're going to really struggle with tonight are going to be second and third chances. They may be in a situation where they see a lot of one shot at most possessions.
The far side, Farrell has it right now. Resetting back up top. Lucas Harwood fronted there by Luke Martin. Game tied at 7, 3:24 left here in the first. Antoine tight defense there on Harwood, who plays catch there with Xavier John. And we're seeing the tempo of this game start to slow down a little bit. Aiden Black almost a steal there. Nice save from Farrell, pulling it over to John, who pulls back on the foul line to Chino Farrell. Missed on a jumper. And Brennan Varney, another rebound there for the Mustangs.
I expect we're going to see a lot of that tonight from that young man, Brian.
Sent it up to Aiden Black. Missed on a little runner. And Connellsville out of the pack with it. Tyler Burkus quickly across there to Xavier John. He'll drive. Tried a little scoop shot. No foul called. A lot of contact with Luke Martin. Ball goes out of bounds and back over to the Mustangs.
I like John's aggressiveness so far offensively. He's trying to make something happen. Saw an opportunity to exploit the lane without the Mustangs getting a chance to get all the help they wanted back there. Just could not quite get the shot he wanted.
Varney has a chance, might get 20 rebounds tonight the way this game's going.
Yes, and he might even have that in the first half, Brian.
Here's Antoine Black high on the right. Nice little save. There goes cross court far side to Aiden, who just holds. Being watched there by Tyler Burkus with Vecchiola setting the screen. Aiden from the near elbow working right of the lane. Pulls back to Antoine on the wing. He'll fire the three and connect. Second made three of the game for Antoine Black. He has 6, and the Mustangs go on top at 10-7 here at the 2:22 mark of the first.
Big made shot. In a game like this that we expect to be tight, you really need your star players to be stars, and so far Antoine Black doing just that for the Mustangs.
Rocco Farrell watched there by Aiden Black. Back to Tyler Burkus on the far side. Burkus just directing traffic here between the circles. Now work off to his right, take a long two. It's off the side of the rim, no good. Sebi Vecchiola, another rebound there for Laurel Highlands.
Good rebound by him. Of course, Varney would have cleaned that up if he wasn't there.
Off and across to Luke Martin, who drives and lays it up and in. So Luke Martin, his first two of the game. Mustangs 5 unanswered. They go on top 12-7 here at the 1:45 mark of the first.
Mustangs defense is doing a really good job right now, especially as far as, here's a good scoop shot.
No good though from Farrell.
Doing a good job staying with Harwood. I mean, he is the leading scorer for this Falcons team. He's not had a good look yet at a shot.
Antoine again, high arcing three from the corner, good. Antoine Black now 3 made threes here in the opening quarter. Mustangs an 8-0 run up 15-7. We'll take a timeout. 1:26 left here in the first. We're back at 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Ho, 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 ho. Go to Fort of Uniontown and trade me in. John Clayton with Stan the Man Bartlett from your 7-time President's Award-winning 40 Uniontown. First, I'd like to take a moment to wish a very Merry Christmas to all of our friends and customers. Stan, let's tell the listeners what we have going on in December.
John, let's talk F-150s. We're stocked up, and get this, we're taking up to $5,000 off MSRP. And listen, you also get 1.9% financing for up to 60 months. If you own a qualifying Ram, you pick up an additional $2,000. Now that's a deal. We have the best new vehicle inventory of the year, so stop, click, or call to get all the details.
Pre-owned? We got them. 60 in stock and ready to go. Most are certified with factory warranty and competitive rates. We make servicing your vehicle as easy as ever with online maintenance appointments and our very convenient pickup and delivery program. Santa knows, shouldn't you? That's 40 Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's or 40uniontown.com. Offers include all applicable incentives. You must finance with Ford Motor Credit. Not all buyers will qualify. Sale excludes Tremor and Raptor.
As we come back, Connellsville with the basketball and a shot rattling out there from Lucas Harwood. Laurel Highlands with the rebound. Antoine Black comes back and gets another quick two. So Josh Black already in double figures with 11, and the Mustangs extend their lead now to 10 at 17-7. It's a 10-0 run.
And this is not the kind of game the Falcons want to play. We talked about their difficulties offensively. They've not scored 60 since their last win against Greensburg-Salem. Right now, the Mustangs are playing a very fast and loose game, and they're being successful with the basketball. That's not necessarily good for the Falcons right now.
Mustangs forced another turnover, but Aiden Black missed on a runner. For you folks watching the Facebook Live video stream, we know our score hub is not working. We'll try to rectify that here at the end of the quarter, but we have 38 seconds left here in the first. Mustangs leading 17-7, and that ball going off of Connellsville, again going out. Last touch by Xavier John, and the Mustangs will get it back.
This is a difficult situation for the Falcons. You still have a little bit of time left in this quarter. Maybe stop the bleeding here, not give up any more easy looks to Antoine Black.
Down to 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter as Aiden Black will bring it across and it off to Antoine there on the far wing. Antoine dumped down to Vecchiola, had it deflected there by Jaden Mickens, but Sevi trying to battle with. They'll keep it alive over to Martin, back up top to Antoine with 15 seconds left in the quarter. Almost had another three there, rattled out, and they'll get a foul called on Vecchiola after Christian Thomas pulled down the rebound.
That was a very close one, Brian. If Black hits that and the Mustangs go up 20-7 right now, I don't know what the Falcons could do. They need to play that conservative, working type basketball game where they are passing to open up this Mustangs defense. They need the game to slow down. The Mustangs just keep picking up the pace.
Jaden Mickens bouncing it in and spinning free there is Xavier John, picked up there by Nico Harum for Laurel Highlands. Down to 5 seconds left in the quarter, and a little juggle, and Christian Thomas losing the handle there. Picked up by Varney, sent forward to Aiden Black. Did he get it off in time? Officials say no. So after 1 quarter of play, it's Laurel Highlands 17, Connellsville 7. Back with a 2nd and 60 here on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
The T-Berry Law Office and attorney Vincent M. T-Berry specialize in criminal defense, wills and estates, family law, and personal injury. The T-Berry Law Office is located at 84 East Main Street, across the street from the Fayette County Courthouse in Uniontown. When you need to consult an attorney, make your first call to attorney Vincent M. T-Berry and the T-Berry Law Office. It'll be the only call you need to make. Phone 724-430-0300 or visit their website at tberrylawoffice.com. The T-Berry Law Office. Small town, big results.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Welcome back to Connellsville Area High School. Joshua Scully alongside Brian Morozak this evening. We've got a 17-7 ball game in favor of the visiting Laurel Highlands Mustangs. We are working on our score hub right now. For those of you joining us online via our Facebook broadcast, we should have that rectified for you very soon. First quarter was the Antoine Black show. He dropped 11 points on this Connellsville defense, 3 of those outside the arc, 3 shots rather, for a total of 9 points outside the arc, 2 of them in the paint. Here's another turnover now, and the Mustangs going to lead the charge with number 24, Aiden Black. He dumps one off to Luke Martin. Martin up and in for 2, and it's more bad news for the Falcons, who are desperately trying to get something happen here. Here's a good jumper, though, and a made basket for the Falcons. Jaden Mickens, that's his first bucket of the night. He averages nearly 11 a game. It's those type of players the Falcons are going to want to get moving here. Working inside now for the Mustangs. Number 35 going up with the shot, Tyrone Burton, no good. Strong rebound here for the Falcons. They're coming back the other way. 19-9 your score, 1 minute into the second quarter. The Falcons looking for another good take here, maybe to capitalize while the 6'7" Varney is out of the game. That three-point look from number 5, Tyler Burkus, is off the mark. Burkus did have 2 in the first quarter. And we're going to have a timeout here taken on the floor. A 30-second timeout. We'll step aside as well and be back in 30 seconds.
Accidents can happen at any time. At Stewart Collision Service in Uniontown, we are here to repair your vehicle to pre-accident condition. Have dents? Stewart Collision Service does paintless dent repair. So give us a call at 724-437-9381 or stop by 73 East Fayette Street for all your collision needs. We work with all insurances. Stewart Collision supports our local high school sports team and wish you the best this season. That's Stewart Collision Service, 73 East Fayette Street in Uniontown, 724-437-9381.
Welcome back to Connellsville Area High School. Thank you for joining us tonight, and a happy holiday to you in advance. As we know, we're closing in on just a few days away for that. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs advancing the basketball. Joshua Scully with you tonight alongside Brian Morozak. Luke Martin going to move it to the far wing. Antoine Black, who has done the lion's share of the scoring for the Mustangs tonight, going to bring it off the far wing and move it back to Martin. Martin has it way out by the timeline, and stepping out there with him is Lucas Harwood. Coming back now, the Mustangs are going to have a turnover. Ball is going to go off the foot of Martin across the baseline. And so far, so good, Brian, for the Mustangs. They hold on to this 10-point lead, 6:30 to play in the second quarter.
And we got our score hub fixed, too, for the folks on the video side.
And that's exactly the news we wanted to hear. An early Christmas gift from us to you. And thank you, as always, for joining us tonight. We really appreciate that. Of course, we know this is a busy time of year for everyone, but sort of a cross-town showdown, if you will. 2 Fayette County teams, the Connellsville Falcons here in their white uniform, moving right to left, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs left to right. The Falcons playing very slowly here, trying to work apart this Mustangs defense. Finally, they find a shot they like, and they will draw a foul off a made basket from Tyler Burkus, who pulled up just off the last hash mark. Good job there from the last peg. Burkus knocking down that jumper.
There you get the foul on Tyrone Burton. That'll be his first, and the first team foul on the Mustangs. That opening quarter, Josh, went by with hardly any whistles.
No, we had no personal fouls called, and very few situations where a whistle needed to be blown. Good made foul shot there by Burkus. That was his first one of the night. He was 5 from 7 from the foul line prior to that one. That's going to make him a good 6 for 8 on the season. The Mustangs now facing a little bit of pressure. Here is Martin moving against Harwood again. He's going to make the timeline. He's right at the base of the Connellsville C here on the court. He's going to get some body, and here's another whistle very quickly. This one going to be a blocking foul against number 13, Lucas Harwood, who did not quite have his feet set, did not quite get in front of Martin, kind of caught the side of Martin as he moved past, and that's going to be the first foul called against the Falcons here in this quarter. The Mustangs will send it in from the far sideline.
And Harwood came in, Josh, averaging 15.6 points a game. Hasn't scored yet in this contest for Connellsville.
That is correct. They've played very good defense on him. The Falcons have not even really had many good opportunities to put the ball in his hands. Antoine Black working on the near block. Little pass here across to number 1, Luke Martin. Martin's going to be fouled on the way up. And Brian, maybe that is the announcer or broadcaster's jinx.
Yes.
We had mentioned that there were no personal fouls. We got 3
always does it, right?
In the space of about 45 seconds.
I'm always good for that, especially with free throws, too. Mustangs leading at 19-12 here over Connellsville. 5:34 left before halftime. A couple of substitutions there is back in Gino Farrell on the Connellsville side.
Luke Martin with a chance to shoot 2.
I don't want to mention his numbers, Josh. Pretty good on the season.
Yes.
Makes the first of 2 here.
And he stays very good on the season. The Mustangs, of course, trying to rebuild this lead that was as many as 10 points just a moment ago. Right now it's back to 8. The Falcons making a little bit of noise here in quarter number 2, trying to put some points on the board. Second one on the way, and it rattles in.
I can tell you now, he came in 86% for the season.
Right now he's 7 for 9. Or excuse me, he is 8 for 9 now on the season. So very strong from the foul line. Falcons coming back the other way. Pass going to go off the elbow and up top. There's a deep look, and finally we've got a made basket from Lucas Harwood.
Almost on cue there as well for Harwood, the sophomore. Again, came in averaging 15.6 points a game. His first points of the night come there from deep outside the three-point arc.
And that's a big shot, 21-15 now your score. Here's Martin on the drive, going to pop out the pass at the last second, And this one's going to go to number 5, Caden Smith. Smith drives baseline, gets cut off, tries to get the ball to number 15, Nico Harum, and no made basket there off the glass. Coming back the other way now. The Falcons trying to work quickly, which has really not been their game tonight, Brian, and it's going to result in a turnover. And
both Harum and Caden Smith have given the Mustangs some good bench minutes. Caden, 7 made threes on the season. And Harum, a scrappy player, had 5 off the pine against Latrobe on Friday. Always seems to be involved in the mix, and watch for both of those players to be productive here tonight.
After a quick conversation, the officials decide to award the basketball to the Falcons. Ball comes into Harwood. He moves it up top to Burkus. Burkus, little move here off the wing, brings it our way. This is going to be Jaden Mickens. Mickens will move it near the top of the key. Now he's going to retreat. This Mustangs defense has been very good so far and has not allowed much space. They've been aggressive after the ball. And here's a great example. As lunging forward is Aiden Black, trying to get the ball off of Mickens. That was almost a football play.
We have a technical here, it looks like.
Oh, my.
Might go in either Aiden or Antoine Black. Officials getting together. They were the two in the vicinity. And they actually forced Connellsville turnover there with aggressive defense. Looks like the T is going to get posted, both the personal foul and the technical foul going on Aiden Black.
Wow.
He'll pick up 2 quick ones.
Aiden Black, one of the leading scorers coming into this game for the Mustangs. Harwood, good on the first shot. He's got 4 so far tonight. 73% from the foul line coming in. He gets them both. And now he quickly has 5 points. He averages 15.6 per game. So it was only a matter of time until the Falcons got him going, and they really needed him to pick it up here in quarter number 2. He did not disappoint. 21-17 your score, 4:34 to play. This is, of course, going to be Connellsville basketball off the sideline. Mickens will send it in backcourt. Burkus.
That was a huge sequence there. You would have had Laurel Highlands, I think, getting it off the possession arrow. And there you get the technical. 2 made free throws, and Connellsville still has the rock.
Connellsville really taking advantage of the fact that Varney is not in the game right now. They've done a little better inside. Here's a good example. Nice drive there and a made basket off the baseline for the Falcons, number 10, Rocco Farrell. His second made basket of the game. He has 4 so far tonight. And coming back the other way is the man who's done all the damage for the Mustangs. This is Luke Martin. He has 4 this quarter. He has scored all 4 Mustangs points here in the second frame. He's going to defer to Antoine Black up off the glass. No good. Burton tried to go with a quick putback and is denied. And the Falcons come up with the basketball. Here's Mickens leading the charge. Pops it our way to Rocco Farrell now in the corner. Burkus for 3, no good. Rebound going to be pulled down by Black.
Yeah, that 10-point lead down to 2. Let's see if the Mustangs can extend it here on this possession.
Ball goes to the elbow here. Burton going to make his move through the paint. Goes up off the glass, and he gets it to stick. It's good for 2, and he draws the foul. Big take there for the Mustangs.
You mentioned Burton coming off a nice game, 10 against Latrobe on Friday. Another 2 there off the bench. Gets momentum swinging back in the Mustangs' favor. Now 23-19 Laurel Highlands. 3:38 left before halftime.
Burton with a chance to shoot 1 to make it a 3-point play. This will be his 5th foul shot of the season. He's 2 for 4 so far. Make that 2 for 5. Rebound is going to be just barely taken away by the Falcons. Burton nearly got his own rebound. Driving the lane here is Farrell. He tried to pop it out to Burkus. Burkus going to turn the ball over on a pass that was really too tight. A couple of Mustangs there able to get a quick hand out and knock that one away.
Yeah, last touch by Gino Farrell going out. So it'll be Laurel Highlands basketball.
Laurel Highlands leading 23-19, 3:30 to play. The Falcons have played a strong second quarter. Smith now with the basketball for the Mustangs. He's going to come across the timeline on the far sideline. Mustangs going to set this up. They go to Antoine Black. Black moves it back up top. Harum brings it our way. Back to Smith now up top one more time. Here is number 1, Luke Martin off the front of the rim from 3. No good. Strong rebound made by the Falcons, number 34, Gino Farrell, and it will be Mickens across the timeline. Good opportunity here, Brian, for the Falcons. They have willed their way back into this game.
Yeah, watch for Mickens to start to get it going as well. Another Connellsville player came in averaging close to 11 points a game, only 2 so far tonight. He's been very productive off the Connellsville bench this season.
The Falcons again playing a very purposeful set here, seeing what the Mustangs zone will give them. The Mustangs moving very well with the basketball, so there's not much to be had so far. Inside look here to Harwood. Harwood going to pop it up to the near side elbow. It's a good jump shot by number 34, Gino Farrell, but it rattles out. It looked good the whole way. Rebound Mustangs. Coming back the other way, Antoine Black. Black, high post, nearly has the ball popped out. Goes back to Martin. Martin on the drive, wants to take it the whole way. And Martin has been the man for the Mustangs. Brian, so far here in quarter number 2, 6 points in this quarter alone.
And that was a tough shot, too. Had 2 Falcons around him, somehow got it up and in. So Martin now with 8, and the Mustangs back up 6.
Harwood looking the part of circus performer
Yes.
there. A little juggling action between 2 defenders as he came across the near block, and he's fouled on the way. He will shoot 2.
And these guys who we thought might get their points coming in, starting to get them now. Harwood up to 7. He mentioned Martin on the Laurel Highlands side now with 8. And a made free throw there from Harwood to give him 8 now for the game.
Good work for Harwood. The Falcons really needed him. We had mentioned that they have not scored 60 points in a game in a couple of weeks. Right now they have got 20, now 21. Harwood delivering here in quarter number 2. He's got all of his points here in quarter number 2.
Lead back down to 4, 25-21 as Tyrone Burton will bring it across here for Laurel Highlands.
And Burton going to take it coast to coast here off the inbound pass, and Brian, he gets it to stick for 2.
How about that? The big guy running the floor, getting the 2. So Burton with 4 off the bench here in the second quarter. Mustangs back up 6 at 27-21.
The Falcons just giving him more and more hardwood there, and Burton not afraid to take it. Here's a great interception by Caden Smith playing the part of free safety. He'll go back to Burton, the big man.
He's
wants
feeling
2
it.
more, and he gets the foul.
Yeah, Burton coming alive here, Josh. 6 now off the bench, can make it 7 at the free throw line. Tyrone Burton has the Mustang lead back up to 8.
And I really thought the Mustangs, Brian, would miss having Varney out there, especially as the Falcons started to get this one back under control. Of course, Varney in the game now. But Burton, who has kind of played that role, has done an excellent job for them.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, with Burton out there, we've mentioned this during the Laurel Highlands games throughout the course of the season, not much of a drop-off. It sometimes even gives the Mustangs a little bit of a spark as he makes the free throw.
Good made basket there from the foul line for Burton. And it's a 3-point play coming back the other way now. The Falcons going to look to get at least a couple of those back. Burkus standing near the timeline, going to direct traffic, brings it our way to Mickens on the wing, back up top to Burkus. Burkus will come to Mickens one more time, and back to Burkus we go. A little pitch and catch here between those two. And now nearly jumping the pass to Harwood, going the other way as Black. If Black had picked that off, Brian, I don't think anyone was going to catch it.
No. It was going to be an easy 2 going back the other way, and now Antoine's going to take a little seat here and get a breather. And Brendan Varney back in on the Laurel Highlands side.
Under 90 seconds to play here in quarter number 2, and the Mustangs have rebuilt a 9-point lead. Pass moves our way to Burkus, now up top. Cutting through the lane is Rocco Farrell. He'll defer to Mickens. Mickens went to John, then back to Mickens. Now we go one more time on the pop-out pass to Farrell, who hits the baseline jumper.
That's going to be a 3 out there for Farrell, so it cuts the Laurel Highlands lead back down to 6 at 30-24.
And here's what we expected to see the other way. Burton on the miss on the near block. Varney there uncontested to finish it off. He made it look very easy, and I'm sure for him that particular play was.
So 32-24 now. Laurel Highlands by 8 as we go under a minute left here before halftime.
Very different quarter here, Brian. First quarter versus the second quarter. The game has opened up for both teams, I think, here in quarter number 2. Big steal by Burton near the baseline, and the Falcons will be denied an opportunity for what could have been the last shot of the half. Now the Mustangs, Brian, may in fact get that shot.
And down to 27 seconds. We'll have to see how aggressive Coach Smith gets here. And the Mustangs going to try a little interior pass there for Martin. Got deflected out of bounds by Burkus. So Laurel Highlands will keep possession here in the Connellsville zone.
Good hands by Burkus to pop that one up. Nearly had both hands on it. The Mustangs will send this in from the second end in Connellsville on the baseline. This will be Martin. He's going to let the inbound play develop here. Smith breaks through the paint. Now ultimately they go out to Varney. Varney going to float one up. This one no good. Burton there, though, to clean it up. Now he's battling a couple of Falcons inside and goes up for 2 very comfortably. Burton looks in control and composed inside.
Did a great job there to reposition to get that 2 to go. He has 9. Mustangs back up 10.
Harwood, baseline 3, no good. Nice rebound, though, for the Falcons, number 5, Burkus. He will not get the putback, though. No second chance points, and that's going to do it here for the first half. 34-24, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs lead the Connellsville Falcons. We'll step aside for a few minutes here and come back with a halftime show for you just in a moment.
Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township for our families and our future. Good luck to all our local teams. From South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott.
Find more snuggle time this winter and be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, your local specialist for GI and liver disorders. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I remind you that a painless 30-minute screening colonoscopy every 10 years starting at age 45 could save your life. Good luck to our local hoops teams, and best wishes to all for a healthy and happy holiday season.
Tired of hearing political ads and government infighting? Well, here's a refreshing sound. From now until year's end, businesses can write off the full purchase price of work trucks using the IRS tax code section 179.
Dump trucks, crane trucks, box trucks, chassis cabs, service bodies, stake bodies, utility beds, KUVs, contractor bodies, transit vans, and more. Megan Ford has discounted over 200 eligible vehicles for this sale.
We also have 1.9% APR financing available for up to 60 months, plus $1,000 rebates on all 24 Escapes, Explorers, Expeditions, and F-150.
Megan's got it, so stop, call, or click today. Route 119, Connellsville, 724-547-FORD or meganford.com. Your friends in the car and truck business.
Consult your tax accountant and then the experts at Megan Ford for all the details.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowell's Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowellsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Pizza, beer, atmosphere. It's all at Mom Maruka's Pizza, located on Barton Mill Road in Uniontown. Mom Maruka's is your prime spot to enjoy local high school sports. Family owned and operated, the Sampson family carries on the tradition of homemade pizza, salads, wings, and the best Italian hoagie and homemade bruschetta in town. Mom Maruka's is open Monday through Saturday from 4 to 10 for indoor and outdoor dining and takeout. Don't forget Mom's catering services for your next party or gathering. Call 724-438-9066 or visit MomMarukaPizza.com for their menu and live music schedule.
Where can you go these days and have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned? Joby's Golf. That's where. Joby's Golf is conveniently located at the corner of Fayette and Basin Boulevard. Joby's Golf is a fast, friendly, full-service gas station that has been serving the Uniontown area for 50 years. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, a fenced-in storage lot, and it's a AAA 24-hour car and light truck towing service. Call 724-438-0681.
Halftime here at Connellsville High School. The Connellsville Falcons at 34-20. Or check that, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs a 34-24 lead over the Connellsville Falcons. Laurel Highlands leading by 10 here at halftime. Again, our halftime show being brought to you by the Radcliffe Martin Law Firm. Our halftime stats brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. And here's Josh Scully to pass those along to you.
Brian, we're going to start with the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and take a look at how they have reached 34 total points. They did, in fact, score 17 in the first and 17 in the second, so very balanced for them offensively. In the first quarter, of course, Antoine Black scored 11 points in that quarter alone for the Mustangs. He leads all scorers right now with those 11 points. Also scoring for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Tyrone Burton, who has 9. He scored all 9 in the second. Luke Martin with 8. Martin scored 6 of those in the second. And rounding out the scorers, Brennan Varney with 4 and Sevi Vecchiola with 2. Interesting note about the Laurel Highlands Mustangs second quarter. They did score 17 points in both quarters. In the first quarter, it was Antoine Black getting it done with 11. In the second quarter, Martin and Burton combined for 15 of the 17. Black did not score. No real foul trouble for the Mustangs. Black, of course, picked up a couple on that technical foul call. Otherwise, a pretty clean game for the Mustangs. Flipping over now to the Connellsville Falcons, they scored 7 in the first, 17 in the second, so we did have a 17-17 second quarter. The Falcons came to life when they really needed to. So far, their leading scorer is Lucas Harwood. No real surprise there. He's got 7. Rocco Farrell also with 7 points for the Connellsville Falcons. 5 points for Tyler Burkus. 2 points for Jaden Mickens, and of course the big 3 for Connellsville to get them started early in this game from Xavier John out of the corner. That's a total of 24 points for the Falcons, 34 for Laurel Highlands, Brian, through 2 quarters.
Mustangs lead it by 10. We're back with the second half right after this. Laurel Highlands 34, Connellsville 24. High school basketball here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest. Now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
When your car is damaged, the name to remember is Ted Silva & Son Body and Fender Repair. Voted best in Fayette for auto body repair. Family owned and operated for 61 years, Ted Silva & Son offers complete collision service, minor to major repairs, frame and unibody repair, and glass installation. They'll blueprint your vehicle for repair and work with your insurance company. With their environmentally friendly, waterborne paint process, Ted Silva & Son not only cares for our community and children, they care for our environment. Located on Atlas Road in Hopwood, it's their goal to alleviate the stress of an accident and assist you in any way. To bring your vehicle over to Silva, call 724-437-2351. Now, Ted Silva proudly introduces his new company, Target Safety Solutions, Atlas Road in Hopwood, providing vehicle alignments, calibrations, minor mechanical repairs, state inspections, including trailers up to 10,000 pounds. Safety, our target, your solution. Check out their website at TargetSafetySolutionsLLC.com. Ted Silva, proud to support local high school sports.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 724-564-8955. Big enough to serve you, small enough to know you by name.
Uniontown, you've seen prices rise from the dinner table to the pump. But Allstate agent Russ Blejo is seeing ways to save you money on insurance, from starting a new policy to bundling coverage or even driving safely. Russ knows how to maximize your savings. When it comes to seeing ways to save, Russ does it best. So call Russ Blejo today at 724-439-9700. That's 724-439-9700. And you'll be on your way to keeping your money where it belongs, in your wallet. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Hi, it's attorney Rob Harper from Radcliffe Martin Law. As some of you may know, I served as a public defender for 3 years and an assistant district attorney for 7 years right here in Fayette County. I'm now using that experience to represent people accused of crimes. So if you find yourself in that unfortunate situation and need someone who knows how things are done on both sides of the courtroom, give me a call and see if we can put my expertise to work for you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Ready to start the third quarter here at Connellsville High School. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs a 34-24 lead over the Connellsville Falcons. Brian Morozak along with Josh Scully, Billy Dice behind the camera, Bill Madden back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Nice to have you along with us as we get ready for the Christmas season with some Monday night holiday hoops as the Mustangs will work right to left as we describe it, as Luke Martin sends it into Aiden Black to get this third quarter underway. Aiden will switch up top with Antoine, near side Luke Martin. Martin directing traffic for the Mustangs. Up top again to Aiden. Switches back with Luke, working off to his right. Now a touch from Antoine Black, spinning off of John, will come inside, floated off the front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Sevi Vecchiola trying to keep it alive, and will bounce it right back out to Aiden Black, Josh.
And this is the sort of situation that the Falcons managed to avoid in quarter number 2. These long Mustangs possessions with second and third chances off the offensive rebound. The Falcons want more quarter 2, less quarter 1 right now. With Varney in the game, I suspect we might see some more quarter 1 type play.
Here's Luke Martin trying to go to work. He's pinned up, and we'll get a jump ball called there. Martin still thought he had it. And off the arrow, Connellsville will get the basketball back down 10. I am surprised as well, Josh, not to see Aiden Black in the scoring column yet.
Well, that time is probably going to come, Brian. I think we've seen all of your other big-name Mustangs, if you will. The scorers on this team have represented themselves pretty well so far. I think his time is coming here in quarter number 3.
Farrell pulling it off to Burkus, coming far baseline now as Harwood, a little ball fake. He's trapped, tried a little pass on the inside, went right to Brendan Varney, who deflected it out of play. We'll stay with Connellsville here in the Laurel Highlands zone at the 6:57 mark of the third quarter, 34-24, Mustangs in the lead.
Varney's arms, Brian, are so long. He was nearly able to reach about 3 feet across the baseline and save that.
Rocco Farrell off the inbounds pass, needs to hurry, floats it in up top, brought down there by Xavier John. They'll go back baseline long to Rocco Farrell, good. So Rocco Farrell now with 9. Connellsville back to within 8 of Laurel Highlands at 34-26. Here the 6:45 mark of the third.
And that's certainly what the Falcons want right now. You have a chance to make a statement here in quarter number 3. Here's a great pick by the Falcons too.
Yeah, Martin was trying to go on the inside there to Varney. He got intercepted by Christian Thomas. And Connellsville back on the basketball. Tyler Burkus up top, sends it out to his left to John. John now going to work, drives on the inside, pulls out in front. Thomas got fouled going up. Christian Thomas with a pair of free throws upcoming as he looks to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight with Connellsville down 8.
He's looking for his first made free throw of the season too, Brian. He's 0 for 2 so far. And he can only help the Falcons' cause right now with a made basket or 2 from the foul line.
Second personal on Sevi Vecchiola. And now Christian Thomas. First of 2 free throws here on the way in, good for the Connellsville Falcons.
Now 1 for 3 on the season.
And the Laurel Highlands lead down to 7 now, 34-27 with 6:25 left here in the third.
The Falcons want to keep it at least close here, Brian. In quarter number 3, you can't play another first quarter again where you trailed by 10. You need to make this quarter everything that it can be for your team. Keep yourself here, maybe a single-digit game, and put the Mustangs in a situation where they have to play more carefully.
Thomas made both free throws, and there's a travel on Aiden Black called in the backcourt.
Late call there, Brian. I think the spectators here at Connellsville helped get that call because the officials all looked at Aiden Black, and he did travel. No call, and then finally someone from the crowd shouted out, that's a travel.
That's an over and back right there, too, off the inbounds pass.
Giving it right back.
As the feed went in from Harwood to Burkus, who initially took the basketball in the Laurel Highlands zone, then backed out into the Connellsville zone. So rare over and back called off the inbounds pass, and the Mustangs get it back, leading by 6 at 34-28 with 6:19 left here in the third.
Nearly picked off there by Burkus, too. That one's going to bounce across the sideline. I do know, of course, the Mustangs probably do not always want this particular lineup in, but I love having Burton and Varney out there at the same time as we have a player down, unfortunately.
That's Burkus. Injury timeout brought to you by the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, the leaders in physical therapy. Visit physical therapist Jim Burns on Wayland Smith Drive. Phone 724-437-7500. We'll step aside for a quick 30 here in the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Hi, it's attorney Rob Harper from Radcliffe Martin Law. As some of you may know, I served as a public defender for 3 years and an assistant district attorney for 7 years right here in Fayette County. I'm now using that experience to represent people accused of crimes. So if you find yourself in that unfortunate situation and need someone who knows how things are done on both sides of the courtroom, give me a call and see if we can put my expertise to work for you. Radcliffe Martin Law, 724-439-3939.
Good to see Tyler Burkus making his way off the court under his own power. Laurel Highlands get the basketball back, leading by 6 at 34-28. With 6:13 left here in the third.
Falcons offering some pressure here, too, and they're going to come up with a turnover.
Aiden Black coughs it up, picked up on the ground there by Jaden Mickens. Now the Falcons setting it up with Christian Thomas driving on the inside. He got knocked down. And Thomas will have another pair of free throws coming up here for the Connellsville Falcons. We'll check this Mustang foul. It's going to go on Vecchiola again.
And that is 3 on Vecchiola. I believe he's the first player on either team to pick up a third personal foul as the inbound pass comes in from the baseline.
Yeah, they ruled it non-shooting. Initially thought they were going to call that in the act as the inbounds pass goes here to John, was pinned up, resets back up top over to Christian Thomas. Now pulled over to Jaden Mickens, who just has 2 off the Connellsville bench so far in this game. Mickens watched there by Antoine Black. 5:48 left here in the third. Connellsville the basketball down 6 at 34-28. Xavier John here with Antoine Black on him. Slices between defenders. Pulls it out on the far side. Good little save there from Harwood. Back on the wing there to Farrell. Now near side. The 3-ball no good from Jaden Mickens. The rebound pulled down underneath by Vecchiola. Looking for an outlet pass forward to Antoine Black. Off balance shot, no good. Ball gets deflected out of bounds. Off of the Mustangs, going out and back over to Connellsville.
Wow, that was an interesting call. Love the rebound by Vecchiola down here on the other side, though. Classic box out type rebound where there was no chance the man with him was ever touching that basketball.
Jaden Mickens to trigger it in here for Connellsville. Bounced into Rocco Farrell. Back to Mickens. Hard pass on the near side and actually went right to the official who was out of bounds, so ruled off of Connellsville and out and back over to Laurel Highlands.
Well, we've played nearly 3 minutes here, Brian. We only have 4 points scored so far. All of those by the Falcons. And I want to agree with you too, Brian, that last foul call against the Mustangs on Christian Thomas, I thought he'd be shooting too because he did such a good job selling.
Yes, he did. But the officials didn't see it that way, and the Mustangs dump in to Burton, and he got rejected underneath there by Xavier John. Falcons back on the basketball, down 6. Mustangs haven't scored here yet in the third now from the near elbow. Jumper no good. Harwood, another offensive rebound, kept alive from John. Kick out up top, wow. Mickens, and he'll rein it in. Jaden Mickens now with 5, and Connellsville's cut this to a one-possession game. Falcons down 34-31.
Incredible, great made basket. Xavier John really came here to play tonight. He's played a great game. Great block down here against the Mustangs on the last Laurel Highlands possession, and he's helped move the basketball. Of course, he had the big made 3 earlier, too.
As undersized as the Falcons are, they're certainly scrappy, and they're back to within 3, but a nice interior pass there from Antoine over to Nico Harum. Harum shot attempt no good, but he was fouled, got hit in the head, and he'll have 2 free throws here for Laurel Highlands.
Good opportunity here for the Mustangs to build a little bit of cushion. They've seen this lead evaporate here, and of course, Brian, you hear it said, in virtually any sport that has 4 quarters involved, the third quarter is always pivotal, and we're going to see if the Falcons can make this that type of quarter in this game.
Harum now, first of 2, has made his only free throw attempt so far this season. That game against Greater Latrobe on Friday, and has an air ball on his first of 2 here, and the Mustangs remain cold here in this third quarter.
Chance to get on the board here for the Laurel Highlands, I'm sure. Even just 1 point right now would bring a smile to Coach Smith.
And Harum makes the second free throw for his first point of the game, so it's 35-31. Mustangs now a little full court pressure there on Mickens. Able to send it forward to Thomas, back to Mickens on the switch now. Mickens back into the forecourt. Sends it off far wing. Now the 3-ball on the way off the side of the rim. No good there on the attempt from Lucas Harwood, and Laurel Highlands with the rebound. They'll go cross court near side over to Aiden Black. Inside to Harum. Harum got blocked going up again by John.
I think the Falcons probably got away with one there, Brian.
Yeah, no foul called as Rocco Farrell runs the floor and floats it off the front of the rim. No good. Varney, another rebound there for the Mustangs. Off to Aiden Black and across. The Laurel Highlands with the basketball in a 4-point lead, up 35-31 as Aiden Black drives. And he'll get fouled here by Rocco Farrell. So Aiden with an opportunity to get his first points of the night here from the free throw line.
And what made that foul happen, Brian, is the speed of Aiden Black to close in on the basket. There was not a whole lot Rocco Farrell could do. He was certainly not going to move with Black, and he couldn't even get out of the way, Black, that quick.
And a hard luck roll there on the first of 2 free throw attempts from Aiden Black as it rattles out. Now Tyler Burkus back into the game for Connellsville, replacing Lucas Harwood. 3:54 left here in the third, 35-31. Mustangs lead by 4, but Laurel Highlands only 1 point scored so far here in the third quarter as Connellsville has cut into the Laurel Highlands lead. Second of 2 free throws good there for Aiden Black, so Aiden gets his first point of the night. And now Aiden will take a seat with Luke Martin coming in on the Laurel Highlands side.
Good opportunity here for the Falcons. You still have only surrendered the 2 points this quarter. you can really get yourself completely back into this game, maybe even tie it up before the quarter's concluded.
Xavier John back to Mickens, out in front now to Christian Thomas. Varney on him. We'll pull it back to Xavier John. Tries to hand it back off to Thomas out in front, and that's a travel call there on the Falcons. So the Mustangs get the basketball back up 5 and 36-31 with 3:39 left here in the third.
Thomas really hoping that he was fouled there inside by Varney. Does not get that call. Falcons right back into pressure here.
Harem in the backcourt, over to Antoine, goes cross-court far side and across to Luke Martin. Another double team on Martin, threw it off the foot of Tyler Burkison now. We'll stay with Laurel Highlands here in the Connellsville zone.
Rocco Farrell may have gotten away with one there himself. He came flying over to set that trap, leapt into the air, and I think he probably made enough contact where some officials would have called that a foul.
Inbounds pass will go into Luke Martin. He'll come out of his own zone. Picked up there by Burkins with Varney trying to set the screen, and they're going to say that's an illegal moving screen there on Brennan Varney. So the first foul of the game on Varney. Connellsville gets the basketball back down 5 with 3:23 left here in the third.
And I really think the Falcons, Brian, have played a great third quarter here so far. We're over halfway through the quarter, but they have to start capitalizing on some of these opportunities. Quite a few makeable shots that were missed. This opportunity they want to cash in on.
Here's Jaden Mickens, fronted there by Antoine Black. Resets here high on the right, back between the circles again to Tyler Burkus. Connellsville feeling out the Mustangs a bit on this possession. Xavier John on the far side, back to Burkus. Bounces over to Mickens. And now Burkus again as Laurel Highlands extends their zone defensively. Another double team coming over there. Sent over to Mickens. Feed out in front to Christian Thomas, who finishes there for the Falcons. 4 for Thomas. And Connellsville back to within 3 of Laurel Highlands at 36-33. Mustangs in a little trouble here, Josh.
Yes, and I would say the Falcons are really turning it up. They're moving well with the basketball. We did not quite see this type of responsiveness out of them in the first half.
Luke Martin from the far elbow connecting. He's in double figures with 10. Much needed basket there for the Mustangs as they go back up 5 at 38-33. 2:23 left before halftime. Look out here, Xavier John for 3. It rattles out. They're going to get over the back called here on Thomas after Varney pulled down the rebound.
And that had to come sooner or later, Brian. Thomas is playing great. He's given up half a foot to Varney. Really doing a good job using his body to move Varney around, but that time there's just not a lot you can do. Varney's got position on you, and you're not going to touch the basketball unless, of course, you go across the top of his body.
So Luke Martin to work it back in here for Laurel Highlands. Got it in on the feed to Burton, back to Martin, and now Burton again. Big guy sends it down to Caden Smith on the far wing. Caden pivoting off of Xavier John, pulling it over to Martin now near elbow. Put out the front of the rim, no good. Varney, another offensive rebound there for Laurel Highlands. Varney pinned up to his left to Antoine Black, now high on the left to Caden Smith. With Mickens coming out defensively on Caden. Now a foul called here away from the ball. What do we got here, Josh?
Wondering if they're going to have Christian Thomas. They will.
2 quick ones on Christian.
He's just trying to keep Varney under control. Varney, as you pointed out earlier tonight, Brian, moves very well for a big man. He is surprisingly agile and spry for someone who is 6'7", and Thomas is just trying to keep him located, gets called with the hold here.
Luke Martin, high feet in there to Antoine, back to Martin, open look in the corner. Put it off the side of the rim, no good. A little pinball off the rebound, goes right on the near side to Brennan Varney, who couldn't capitalize on the putback shot. Now Jaden Mickens breaking back here for Connellsville. Mickens up top now to Brett Hedrick, who just checked into the game. He'll send it off to his right, and a missed 3 ball there from Tyler Burkus. Varney another rebound. Touched over to Caden Smith. We have 90 seconds left here in the third quarter. Laurel Highlands with the basketball back, now leading by 5 at 38-33.
Right now the Mustangs may be thinking that they could really slow this game down. The Falcons are playing a very feisty game. Here's a good jumper by Varney, rattles out.
Yeah, long 2 up top. Varney couldn't knock it down. Xavier John, another rebound there for Connellsville. Off and across to Burkus. Burkus bounced to his left to Brett Hedrick. Hedrick resets there high on the left to approach the 1-minute mark of the third quarter. Tight game. Mustangs lead it by 3. Connellsville with the basketball. John on the near block, double team trying to get out of it. Pivots it back there to Christian Thomas, trying to come back inside, a little fumble. John keeping it alive again, pokes it off to his left, and the floater, good, Jaden Mickens. Mickens 5 here in the third, 7 for the game. 1 possession game again. Laurel Highlands 38, Connellsville 35.
Great job there by Xavier John, just keeping that ball alive on the baseline. Varney taking up so much space vertically. John still able to operate there horizontally, made a good pass.
Caden Smith passed on the 3, went inside to Tyrone Burton, who got fouled on his shot attempt. Shot attempt no good, but Burton with 2 free throws upcoming.
And I think they're going to get Christian Thomas again. They will.
A 3 on Thomas, 3 on Vecchiola on the Laurel Highlands side. Sevi sitting for the moment. And Burton heading back to the free throw line. 9 off the Mustang bench for Burton tonight, trying to add to it. First of 2 here. Good line drive free throw. Good there from Burton, Josh.
Burton averaging just over 4 points per game, Brian, coming into this one. But he's already got 10 here tonight. And in a game like this that you knew would probably be close, you love to see someone double the expectation the way that he has tonight.
That's now back-to-back games for Burton in double figures. That season average is headed up. Second of 2 free throws here. No good from Burton on the rebound, pulled down by Connellsville's Tyler Burkus. So the Mustang lead at 4, 39-35, 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Jaden Mickens, edge of the zone, lost the dribble, needs help, bounces it off to his right to Burkus. Good defense there from Caden Smith, forcing the turnover. Aaron pass going right to Antoine Black, who drives back and scoops it up and in. Antoine Black, first 2 of the second half for Black, who is now 13 for the game, and the Mustang lead back up to 6 at 41-35. Burton almost forced another steal, Josh, but just barely out of bounds in front of the Connellsville bench.
And that sort of turnover, Brian, is the one that you don't want to make if you're the Falcons. That's a big cross-court pass, basically wing to wing, and Black just steps right in front of it. There was no one who's going to catch him in that track meet.
Jaden Mickens to work it in now with 6.6 left here in the quarter. Goes into Farrell, back to Mickens. Feed out in front, little juggle and a regain from Xavier John, who put it up. Shot attempt spun out, and that'll do it for 3 quarters of basketball after 3, 41-35. Mustangs lead over the Falcons. We're back in 60 on the CR Prado Group High School Sports Night.
When you need a ride, take the back bus, it'll save you time. Take the back bus, safe and reliable, convenient and affordable. Take the back bus, take the back bus.
Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation has updated policies for the paratransit service and the shared ride program. Qualified riders may still schedule curbside service appointments 2 weeks in advance of their desired pickup date, but no later than 2 p.m. on the business day prior to service, provided that seating is available. No reservations will be taken after 2 p.m. for next day service, and no same-day trips can be booked. There are seating limits, and seats fill up fast. To help ensure that your ride is booked and your seat is reserved, schedule early. For more information, contact FACT at 724-628-RIDE, visit us at factbus.com, or email fact@hs.fayette.org. FACT thanks you for your understanding as we work to improve our services for you.
Take the bus, take the back bus.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley.
Connellsville outscored Laurel Highlands 11-7 in that third quarter to cut into the Mustang lead. It's down to 6 at 41-35 as we head to the fourth quarter. And so far on the Laurel Highlands side tonight, Josh, Antoine Black leading the way with 13, but impressive game so far from Tyrone Burton off the bench with 10.
Yes, he's been excellent for the Mustangs, and a big part of the reason why the Mustangs are still holding on to a 6-point lead.
Rocco Farrell leading the way for Connellsville so far with 9. Aiden Black will send it over to Antoine. Touch from Martin. Baseline to Varney, will drive, trying to slam it home. Missed it there, but Martin able to clean it up out in front. Luke Martin now with 12. I don't know if Coach John's going to like that dunk attempt, but it still has the Mustangs with another field goal as they go up now 43-35, 25 seconds into this fourth quarter.
Tough one for the Connellsville Falcons because you assume with Varney inside like that, he's going to make that go down. The Falcons not able to get a defensive rebound there when they really needed one.
They have not updated the scoreboard yet, but they're going to get a steal here from Aiden Black. Aiden racing back. Lost the handle, trying to regain out in front. Fires a no-look feed down to Martin on the far block. Put it off the glass. Shot attempt no good. And somehow Brennan Varney got the rebound. His put-back attempt no good. Third attempt on the possession. Vecchiola fights for positioning and gets that 2 to go. A lot of work there for the Mustangs on that possession to finally capitalize with 2 from Vecchiola.
And we said at the beginning of this game, Brian, that's exactly what the Mustangs want. Battle, battle, battle. More opportunities. You're eventually going to get one to go down.
We get a technical called here on Connellsville. Yeah, bench technical called here on the Falcons. Mustangs up 45-35, and they'll get 2 free throws on the ball here from Luca Martin.
We had him lined up on the wrong
side.
There,
yes.
Brian, yeah.
Now, if he would have made one of those, would it have been Connellsville's point?
I guess so, yeah. The Falcons weren't saying a word. You know, the bench got the technical, but that time the bench was as silent as could be. They're just going to watch him shoot.
Almost Jim Marshall tonight. Luke Martin, first of 2 free throws here, good. So Martin with 13. Remember those, Josh, from back in the day for the Minnesota Vikings, running the wrong way with the football.
Yes.
Jim Marshall running the wrong way.
Oh, I've seen that highlight a few times. That's heartbreaker.
Martin missed the second of two. He is 13 for the game. Mustang lead just like that, up to 11 at 46-35, 6:58 left in regulation.
When I think about that highlight, Brian, I think about at the end how when he's about to break the play into the end zone, he looks back and wonders why no one's chasing him.
He throws the football away for the safety. Aiden and Antoine play catch again. Good start to this fourth quarter for Laurel Highlands. Martin going right back to work and finishing there with a left hand, Luke Martin. Martin with 5 already here in the fourth, 15 for the game, lead up to 13 at 48-35.
Mustangs already have scored as many points in this fourth quarter as they did all of the third.
Connellsville with Brett Hedrick back into the game, sending it over to Mickens. Now baseline, Harwood, shot attempt no good. Rebound deflecting around and then controlled there by Aiden Black. Aiden working here right of the lane. He'll lean and get blocked there by Burkus. Ball comes free and picked up by Antoine Black of Laurel Highlands. Back to Aiden again, deep three, near wing up in front of the rim, no good. And Brett Hedrick a rebound there for the Falcons.
Falcons absolutely need to cut into this lead now. Still some time left on the clock, just over 6 minutes, but somehow they are suddenly back down 13.
6 minutes left in regulation. Hedrick on the far side, bouncing it off to his left to Tyler Burkus. We'll see if the Falcons have another run in them here in the final 6 minutes of this game. Left of the lane there is Mickens, nothing going on. A touch from Burkus, cross court near side on the drive. Shot attempt no good from Harwood. He was fouled and he'll have 2 free throws upcoming with 5:54 left here in the fourth. 48-35 Mustangs.
Harwood 4 for 4 tonight from the foul line, Brian.
Came in averaging 15 points a game. Only 7 though so far tonight. He's yet to score here in the second half. And the first of 2 free throws here. I think you put the eye jazz there on Harwood. This is the first of 2 free throws.
That one off the side of the rim.
Harwood now for the second of 2. Up on the way, and again no good for Lucas Harwood. He gave up. I think he gave you a little stare down there, Josh.
I think he might have. Good rebound there for Varney, and unfortunately for the Falcons, Connellsville did need those 2 points right now. You're battling a good Mustangs team and, of course, the clock at this point in the game.
Yeah, Falcons have been outscored 7-0 here in the fourth, make it 9-0 as Vecchiola finds Varney underneath. Brennan Varney now with 6 timeout on the court will take it as well. 5:22 left here in the fourth. All Mustangs right now, 50-35. We're back at 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Tonight.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Amador Transit, locally owned and operated by the Scott family, have been helping students travel to school safely in the Fayette County area for more than 4 years. Amador Transit is a proud sponsor of Laurel Highlands High School sports and wishes all the area teams good luck. For more information about Amador Transit, call them 724-439-3164, 724-439-3164, or stop by their office at 253 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown.
Back here at Connellsville High School, 50-35, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs leading the Connellsville Falcons. Brian Morozak along with Josh Scully. Have to thank our video stream sponsors tonight. Shop and save Walnut Hill in Uniontown and the Catholic War Veterans Post 1669 in Hopwood. Our graphic sponsor tonight is South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott. And Billy Dice behind the camera. Bill Madden back inside our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Connellsville is looking for their first points of this fourth quarter, down 15. Working right of the lane is Lucas Harwood. Foul called here on the floor against the Mustangs.
Right now, Connellsville, of course, still does have some time, Brian, but this is where it gets very difficult because the Mustangs have all the momentum and the lead.
They got Luke Martin on that last foul, his first, team first, and a quick up and in of the foul there off the inbounds pass going right to Rocco Farrell.
That's what you needed for the Connellsville Falcons. Rocco Farrell, I'm not sure how he expected that shot to go in the way he released it, but it hit the glass perfectly, dropped right through.
And that's the third personal now on Brennan Varney. So on the Laurel Highlands side, you have Vecchiola with 3, Varney with 3. And the free throw up on the way and no good there from Farrell. But they get an offensive rebound to keep it alive. So Falcons down 13 right now. Hedrick had deflected away, able to keep it alive over to Rocco Farrell's three ball just rattles out. Antoine Black, the rebound there for the Mustangs.
Right now, the Mustangs probably can afford, if they want to slow it down a little bit. They have capitalized off the fast game at times, but right now you have time on your side if you're the Mustangs, just 4:45 to play.
Up 13 as Vecchiola, a little touch off there to Luca Martin. Martin will reset here high on the left, and as you said, Laurel Highlands in no hurry right now. Now Martin's going to take it to the basket floater out in front. Good as Martin got the friendly bounce off the front of the rim and in. And Martin having a nice quarter. 7 here in the fourth, 17 for the game.
Yes, he's done very well here in this quarter. Strong performance overall for him. The Mustangs, of course, have had several players really step it up tonight and give them great efforts on the floor.
52-37, Laurel Highlands, 4:14 left in regulation. And the feed down low from Hedrick, and the finish with a left hand again from Lucas Harwood. So Harwood now with 9. Connellsville back to within 13, down 52-30 now.
Good bucket there by Harwood. Really nice use of the floor. And of course, as you pointed out, Brian, great use of his left hand there to kind of swoop around the defender and get the ball to go down.
That's going to be over and back as you had Xavier John. Good pressure there on Martin. Martin arguing that John deflected in the backcourt. Officials didn't see it that way. So Connellsville will get the basketball back.
Right now, Brian, of course, Connellsville really needs to capitalize on every opportunity. They did not do that in the third quarter. They led that quarter 11-7. They probably should have come out of that quarter with at least 15 or 16 points. And right now, those 5 or 6 points would be really helpful in this contest.
Christian Thomas down low, repositions, puts it off the glass and in. So Christian Thomas, 6 all here in the second half. Falcons back to within 11, down 52-41. Laurel Highlands, they've had some issues closing out games, Josh, in a pretty comfortable position right now. Up 11 with 3:26 to play, but as you said, still have to take it the rest of the way.
That's right. They do have the upper hand, both as far as the score and the time goes. We're looking at just over 3 minutes now, and the Mustangs, of course, just looking for good targets on the floor, in no hurry to put up a shot here.
Martin, no look feed, wasn't on the same page as Vecchiola, goes out of bounds and back over to Connellsville, and Coach Smith can't like that.
No, that's not what they wanted there, I'm sure. They really just needed a couple more passes. They, of course, got the wide open lane on their last possession, and Martin capitalized on it with an easy bucket. But if you're the Mustangs, you're in slow down mode right now for sure.
Mickens misses on a 3 from the near wing. Vecchiola pulls down the rebound for the Mustangs, but he traveled. And that was pretty obvious up here.
He was looking for the outlet, had 1 foot down, couldn't help but hop there, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout.
With 2:54 to play, 52-41 Mustangs are back in 60 on the CR Parada Group High School Sports Night.
Chris Parker Jr., Santa's coming and the year is ending. What's happening at Autoland?
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event makes it easy for you to get away to all your holiday gatherings. Just like Santa. Plus, Autoland's year-end sales event means great dealer incentives on every vehicle sold this month.
I'm listening.
Each vehicle has $500 to $4,000 off, such as $4,000 off a 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe all-wheel drive with third-row seating when you finance with HMS. Or take advantage of 0% financing for 48 months on Santa Fe's in Tucson. You can also lease a 2025 Tucson SE all-wheel drive for $269 per month. Just see it for details.
Plus Hyundai Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, and 3-year, 36,000-mile complimentary maintenance with every new Hyundai purchase. Autoland Hyundai, 25 East Fayette Street, or online at AutolandHyundai.com.
Happy holidays from all of us at Autoland Hyundai, where you always pay less to drive the best.
Burkus and Burton with a miss on their respective sides. So Connellsville the basketball back again, and a 3 that's off the mark there again from Burkus. Vecchiola the rebound with a little pressure from Thomas, able to keep possession. So Laurel Highlands still up 52-41, Josh, with 2:30 to play.
And right now, again, the Mustangs just do not need to force anything. I'm sure Coach Smith is telling them that. They have tried to force a few opportunities. Can't blame him there for trying to get the ball to Burton when he did have pretty easy access to the bucket. But now, as we're seeing, they just want to keep the ball under control.
And the Falcons have some fouls to give if they decide to go that route here over the final 2:07. Vecchiola with Mickens all around him, trying to stay with it up top. And Connellsville not fouling right now. Josh down 11.
They're going to have to probably, if they want to really try to get their way back into this game, they're going to need to start doing that within seconds, because right now they're just watching the time slip through their fingers.
And they have 3 to give before Laurel Highlands would even head to the foul line. They've only committed 1 foul. here in the fourth quarter. And Laurel Highlands put on a clinic right now in this possession, already taken about 40 seconds off the clock.
Well, maybe, Brian, the Falcons are content with how this has played out because they don't show any signs of stepping up and drawing contact.
Yeah, again, a non-conference game, but still want to try to play to win. Now, Aiden Black on the inside going to be called for the charge after taking almost a minute off the clock. Aiden gets called for the charge, his third personal. So he's had fouls of 3 different varieties tonight. One a regular foul, one a technical foul, and they're an offensive charge.
This possession may dictate, Brian, what we see. We've got a timeout coming.
Yep. Full timeout, 1:25 to play. 52-41 Mustangs are back in 60 on the CR Product Group High School Sports Night.
Casey Sports Cafe, located at 243 southbound Vernon Avenue in Uniontown and owned and operated by the Vernon family, has new winter hours. Casey's will be open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4, Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 3. Come to Casey's for great new menu items, including soup and sandwiches and dinner entrees. Casey's can also help you cater your next event. For more information, phone 724-550-4126. Casey's would also like to thank everyone who voted them best in Fayette for best all-around restaurant, breakfast, and value eats, and runner-up for diner and lunch spot.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
52-41, Laurel Highlands leading Connellsville with just 1:25 to play. Laurel Highlands 3 timeouts remaining. Connellsville just 2, but the Falcons still with 3 fouls to give before a 4th foul would send Laurel Highlands to the free throw line.
And I think, Brian, if the Falcons come up big here on this possession, we may see that. But otherwise, it certainly, I think, looked to both of us. They were content just to let this one in.
And the Mustangs in that last possession took almost a minute off the clock. Now the Falcons fortunate to keep possession there as Lucas Harwood had the basketball, was pressured there by Antoine Black, and they ruled that off of Laurel Highlands and out. So Connellsville keeps it now with 1:14 to play, down 11. Jaden Mickens to work it in. Goes in up top to Lucas Harwood, back to Mickens, a little ball fake. Mickens and Harwood play catch. Harwood gets it again, a little hop step, long 2, near elbow, no good. Vecchiola with a rebound there for the Mustangs. Off to Aiden Black, and now we'll see if the Falcons decide to foul here, down 11.
It looks like they're trying to. No success yet. There we go.
Aiden fouled by Jaden Mickens. That's just the 2nd team foul here in the quarter.
So a long way to go, Brian.
Yes, 56 seconds left in the 4th. So they'll still have to give 2 more fouls before you'd have a free throw situation. And now Luke Martin sending it in the backcourt to Aiden Black. Aiden getting around Tyler Burkus and pulling back here between the circles. Aiden dancing everywhere, and Connellsville not fouling for the moment.
This may be it, Brian.
Yep. Aiden finally fouled. And these new foul rules, what do you think of them so far? I don't like them personally.
I don't either, Brian, because I loved the element that the 1-and-1 added.
Yeah, I did too.
Game.
Yep. You can get some swings going back the other way, and you also have situations like this late in the game where teams have a lot of fouls to give because you're not adding those third quarter fouls to the mix either.
Right.
We saw some teams even take advantage of it the other way. You go back to that Bell Vernon Uniontown game. Joe Salvino had fouls to give and actually gave them late and didn't allow Uniontown to really set up, I think, the shot they wanted in the final 10 seconds.
I do think it's an interesting change. I have heard several different people explain to me why this change has been made. I've not heard one that has convinced me that it's adding much to the game.
No,
That's
I agree.
my opinion.
Yeah, I'm old school. I'd like to see it go back the other way. So Connellsville, a couple more fouls to the total. Now you have Aiden Black fouled in the backcourt there by Tyler Burkus. And I don't think the fouls on the scoreboard are right. They have 4 now. I think it should be 5. I think they missed one there somewhere.
Brian, I'm a little confused as to why this is happening right now, because if the Falcons are actively trying to make this a basketball
should have happened
game,
2 minutes ago.
Yes, you've allowed 90 seconds or more to escape from you.
Now you have Vecchiola with the basketball, who they probably should foul. He came in just 3 of 13 from the free throw line. Now they give it to Luke Martin, and he gets fouled. So Laurel Highlands will take that any day of the week. Now Martin will get 2, and he's came into the game 86% versus Vecchiola at 23%. And Vecchiola with the basketball right before Martin. Now you have 29 seconds left on the clock. That was the second personal on Rocco Farrell as Luke Martin knocks down the first of 2 free throws.
Perfect shot there from Martin to get started, and that's just going to add to this Mustang lead. They're up an even dozen now.
And pretty much this one closed out as Martin makes another free throw. Give him 19 for the game. 27 seconds left. Lead at 13. Now a drive on the inside as Lucas Harwood couldn't get that shot to go. Laurel Highlands the rebound, and that should do it here with 18 seconds left. And now John's going to foul Martin again. But you're right, it is kind of comical, Josh, that they're fouling now after even being closer to the Mustangs about 2 minutes ago in that same situation and not committing the fouls.
Yeah, this is just the approach we thought they might take, but if you're going to do this...
Yeah, you can't wait till the final 30 seconds of the game.
Especially when the mountain was pretty significant. They were not trailing by 2 or 3 or even 5 or 6 points where you just need a possession or two. You were trailing by double digits. You needed to do this several minutes ago.
Martin connecting there at the line again for Laurel Highlands. And now up 56-41 with 10 seconds left. Falcons looking for one last crack at it. Deep three rattling out there from Lucas Harwood. Mustang Sevi Vecchiola with the rebound, and that'll do it. Laurel Highlands a 56-41 win over the Connellsville Falcons tonight. Stay tuned for our post-game show being brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now in the Health First Medical Center building, Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville. Comes your way next year on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, the South Union Township Sports Network, and Facebook Live.
PMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
Derby's Riverside Ford is announcing the Get Holiday Ready sales event. Santa says the #1 item on everyone's wish list is the best-selling truck on the planet, the new 2024 F-150 XLT Power Boost Crew Cab, and it comes with a total savings of $10,323 off MSRP, including Ford factory rebates.
Are you thinking about a new 2024 Ford Bronco to pull your sleigh? We've got them in stock. 10 have just arrived. The new 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend all-wheel drive starting at just $29,795 with an extra $1,000 Ford factory trade assistance.
And don't forget, every Ford Escape all-wheel drive comes with the perfect gift. 2.9% Ford credit financing for 72 months plus a $500 Ford factory rebate.
Stop in and get holiday ready at Derby's Riverside Ford, your 25-time President's Award-winning dealer located 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin. Ask for any of Santa's helpers, Joey, Sammy, Jimmy, or Ash. Offer ends January 2nd, 2025. Ford credit financing request.
At the Davis & Davis Law Firm, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we are here to guide you along the way. This is attorney Michael Mays, and at Davis & Davis Law Firm, we have over 45 years of experience, and our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you can maximize the amount of money that you deserve. If you are hurt, injured, or need help with workers' compensation, call us today for your free consultation at 724-437-2799. The Davis & Davis Law Firm, you won't pay us anything until we win your case.
Uniontown Detailing offers an all-inclusive auto care experience. Services include full auto detailing, professional ceramic coatings, window tinting, undercoating, paintless dent repair, and more. Uniontown Detailing has moved to a new location on 255 South Mount Vernon Avenue in Uniontown. Stop by and check them out today. Best of luck this season to all local teams from Uniontown Detailing.
Peachin Pharmacy has moved to the lower level of the Health First Medical Center building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville and is now Farmana Pharmacy. Farmana Pharmacy offers free prescription delivery to Uniontown, Connellsville, and all over the area 5 days a week. When you call Farmana Pharmacy, you'll never talk to machines. You'll have real friendly people ready to help you. Phone 9600 for the new Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now located at the Health First Medical Building on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville near the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
The Sea Harbor Auto Group is bringing service to your door with the exclusive Sea Harbor Service Valet. Just call to schedule your next service appointment, and we'll come pick up your car, then drop it off after the work is finished. We'll even wash it for you. Call us today at 724-930-7766 to schedule your next appointment. Pickup and delivery with white glove service. Never wait in a service lounge again. Call us today at 724-930-7766.
It's just that easy.
Looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services, including restorative, preventative, pediatric, cosmetic, and so much more. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com, and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Wishing the Mustangs a successful season.
Back here at Connellsville High School, Laurel Highlands improving to 3-6 overall with a 56-46 win over the Connellsville Falcons tonight. The Falcons with a loss dropping to 2-6. Again, our postgame show being brought to you by Farmana Pharmacy, formerly Peachin Pharmacy, now in the Health First Medical Building, on Route 119 between Uniontown and Connellsville. Josh, is your final stats. They're brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
Final score tonight, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 56 and the Connellsville Falcons 41. We're going to talk about the Laurel Highlands Mustangs first, who scored 17 in the first quarter, 17 in the second, 7 in the third. The Connellsville Falcons played a really impressive third quarter. We thought maybe they were going to truly will themselves back into this contest. Did not quite play out that way. 15 points for the Mustangs in quarter number 4. They were led by Luke Martin with 21 points. Luke Martin quietly put together 11 points in the fourth quarter alone. He had 10 entering that frame in the final quarter. He was 5 of 6 from the foul line, so his run from the charity stripe continues. 13 points from Antoine Black, who did most of his damage in the first quarter. He scored 11 points in that first quarter, including 3 made threes beyond the arc. He added a bucket in quarter number 3. Also scoring for the Mustangs, Tyrone Burton, who did most of his damage in the second frame. He finished with 10. Brennan Varney with 6. Sevi Vecchiola with 4. 1 point each from Nico Harum and Aiden Black for a total of 56 points. For the Connellsville Falcons, they were led by Rocco Farrell with 11 points, 9 points out of Lucas Harwood, 7 points from Jaden Mickens, 6 points from Christian Thomas. Thomas played a very, very strong second half for this Connellsville Falcons team, both offensive and defensively. Tyler Burkus had 5 points. Xavier John had 3. The Falcons scored 7 in the first, 17 in the second, 11 in the third. They did outscore the Mustangs in the third quarter. Unfortunately, in the fourth frame, it was back to the first quarter again. Just 3 made field goals, Brian, for the Falcons in the first quarter and the fourth quarters. Each of those quarters a total of 13 points, and that's really where the Falcons lost this basketball game tonight.
Yeah, the Mustangs really jumped on Connellsville early on in that fourth quarter, and again, we talked about it. A bit surprising that Connellsville didn't attempt to foul with maybe about 2.5 minutes left in the game, down 9, and the way it played out, Laurel Highlands able to really cruise in the final minutes for a 15-point win at 56-41. Josh, who do you like for our player of the game? Brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott.
Well, Brian, I have a few that really stand out to me. I think it's hard not to choose Luke Martin, only because he did lead all scorers with 21. He was excellent from the foul line. Over the course of the whole game, he was excellent from the foul line. 7 of 8. Scored, of course, 11 points in the fourth quarter alone, 5 from 6 from the foul line there. He really helped the Mustangs kind of salt this game away. They scored 15 points in that final quarter when the Falcons were oh so close at the end of the third, but Luke Martin dropping 11. When the Mustangs only scored 15 in that quarter, he scored 11 and really put this one out of reach.
So Luke Martin, our player of the game, brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott. Also after thanks, Smith Lewis Chess, CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and insurance agent David Hughes, USWGI specialist, now part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank and South Union Township supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, all sponsoring our broadcast on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back with a final word in just a moment from Connellsville High School. Your final score, Laurel Highlands 56 and Connellsville 41.
Looking for a fast, friendly notary service that is open in the evening? Sandy Howell Notary Services, located on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield, is here for your vehicle, boat, motorcycle, ATV registrations and transfers, plate renewals, and more. They offer new PA and Maryland plates and West Virginia title applications. They serve Uniontown, Smithfield, Fairchance, and all surrounding areas. Open weekdays 10 to 8:30, Saturdays from 9 to 5. Sandy Howell Notary Services, Dry Knob Road, Smithfield, 7.